Hello everybody, Coach Alex signing back in. And the interesting topic of the day, the art of journaling. What? Coach Alex, what does this got to do with real estate? How's this gonna help my business? You see, Coach Taco and myself, we are really all about taking your business really to the next level. And it doesn't just include business concepts, it includes different life and even like personal development concepts, which will allow you and help you to sustain your growth over the long run. So coming back to the art of journaling. Now, why is journaling so important, especially for people like us in the real estate? Let's talk about what's happening out there now. People in the real estate, we meet all kinds of people every single day. We open ourselves up to so much emotions, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you're gonna meet one client who's like happy-go-lucky, and that's cool, right? But you're also gonna meet people who are just like in a bad mood, they're in a rush, right? And you know, they're just being outright nasty with you, you know, they're like, quickly, you know, I don't wanna waste my time, let's go, you know? Or you're making a call and then they say like, sorry, I have no time, you know? And you know what all this does? It just creates a lot of negativity within us. You know, it comes to a point where, you know, you got this next viewing or you got this next call to make, and then you're there and you're like, you know, and there's that feeling inside, right? You're like, I don't really wanna. So the thing is, now we got all these bottled up emotions, right? Now, this is one aspect of it. And the other aspect of it now, I'm gonna talk a little bit about, is we're talking about our way forward. You know, how much money do we wanna make? What are we gonna do with this money? You know, what is our plan moving forward? I'm covering two significant areas. So how do we leverage on journaling to cover these two different areas? Journaling is literally just about writing. But what exactly are we writing about? Let's talk a little bit about this side, right? We're talking about emotions. Now, how to handle emotions. I'm gonna share with you some things which, you know, Coach Taco and myself, we actually do ourselves. You know, for myself, I'll speak this, right? I'll say this. I do have fears too, right? When I go on stage to speak, sometimes it gets to me so badly, right? Some people, you just don't see it on my face, but inside, I'm like, and then, you know, I just feel like crap. So what I do now to process these feelings, you know what people typically do though, before I get into that? People typically keep it up in here. And the problem with that is you just can't process it, and you just end up in a loop, right? You're like, oh, I suck, oh, I'm not doing good, and it just doesn't help. Now this is where journaling helps, you see. Take those thoughts, write them down, right? Literally pen them down, yeah? Whatever comes to mind, and don't worry about writing the right thing or the wrong thing. This is your own personal journal. Write it down. Write it down, write those feelings. Why do you feel that way? And keep going. It's therapeutic. Trust me, try it. This is just one simple way at how you can manage your emotions. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Yeah, it's exactly it. It is that simple. But the only trick to it now is you need to make time for it. Make time for it, and this is a suggestion, first thing in the morning. Because as you do that, it sets the tone for the day. Keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to touch on one last thing here, right? I don't go too deep in terms of journaling. Now, the second thing now is about your goals moving forward. How? And that's specifically what it is about. If you want to make, let's say, 10 million bucks, right? 10 million ringgit, whatever it is. Write down in your journal, how do I make 10 million ringgit? And literally start to brainstorm. Brainstorm with yourself, technically. Keep writing it down. Keep writing it down. Now, some of you are probably thinking also like, yeah, you know, what's the point of writing it down? I might as well just talk to somebody else, right? And I'm gonna agree with you, yes, you should talk to other people to get a better idea. But the thing about talking to other people, sometimes there are two things, right? You can get really good ideas. Sometimes they end up telling you like these other ideas and you're like, oh, good, you know, but you eventually figure out it's not a good idea. The main thing about journaling when it comes to it is about giving yourself time to think. In this busy day and age when we are distracted by so much technology, right? We are literally surrounded by technology, social media, you know, and all that. We are not having enough, we don't give ourselves enough time to think. And trust me on this, if you give yourself some time to think, you're gonna find some really awesome answers. So, how? Coming back to the goals, right? How? How do I make, let's say, 10 million bucks? right? Now, you know who endorses this? Now, hear me out. I hope he doesn't mind me using his name too. Have you heard of Patrick Grove? Have you heard of the person who sold iProperty for like hundreds of millions of dollars? Yeah? iCar, have you heard of that? Have you heard of iFlix? Oh yes. Oh yes. This is what we learned from him, right? This is how he builds his businesses. He literally writes down, how do I make $100 million? Right? And he says this, I literally quote him, right? If you do this, you give yourself 1, 2, 3 sessions, let's say 1 hour sessions of just journaling, no distractions, write down. That's how he came to find those multi-million, $100 million deals. Don't believe me? Go look it up. Yeah? So, coming back to journaling now, I know we're a little bit deep now, but these are just 2 important concepts. I know it's new, but take it in with an open mind, hopefully, right? And try it. That's all we're gonna say. Try it. This is Coach Alex, signing out. As always, we are always open to your questions, and we will see you next time.